Several days after the murder, an informant known as the Bear stumbled himself into police headquarters and said he had information that could break the Schilling murder. Of course, he had an outstanding felony himself for stealing $400 from the Washington, D.C. Police Department, and that he hoped that in exchange for the information he could provide them on the Schilling murder, that they would dismiss the charges against him. And a deal was made. Evidently, he claimed in that statement he gave to the police that he had been in a park at Washington Circle, a series of circles moving through Washington, D.C., where the different avenues intersect. One of them is called Washington Circle. And that a few days earlier, he'd been in that circle with a bunch of other guys who were drinking cheap wine, where he met Donald Gates, who used to show up at this location regularly. And Gates was bragging about how he'd been in Rock Creek Park a few days earlier, that he had met some white woman, that he intended to rob her, but when he tried to rob her, she resisted, and that it morphed into a rape, and that once he raped her, he realized he couldn't leave her that way because he would be caught, and so he took out a gun and shot her and killed her. Well, this was a pretty sketchy story the police were getting from a pretty sketchy guy. And it wasn't enough to arrest Mr. Gates on. They wanted other evidence that would corroborate this informant. And about 2 months later, they got that evidence. Their prayers were answered when they got a call from the FBI crime laboratory.